everyone. Just wanted to share a video about what I actually do from the coaching perspective. I do mindfulness meditation courses, we do workshops, we've run a retreat, a mindfulness retreat, and we also do a acceptance commitment therapy workshop as well. However, the main way that I work with people is through a coaching program. Now, some of you're looking and consuming some of the content that I put out on videos and the different concepts around that. What I do within a coaching program is we look at those concepts and we expand upon those a bit further, and then we see how they're pertinent to you within your life. So the coaching program is called the Blueprint to an Empowering Mindset. Now, it is a 3-month program, so I work with people over a period of time of 3 months. And what we've found is that when you work consistently with somebody for a period of time, and that 3 months period it is, we see far greater change than if we were just working with somebody on an ad hoc basis where they came in every now and then. Now, this is how the program works, okay, and there's a great benefit within this, and I just want to share this with people. And if there's any other coaches out there or any other practitioners that are working with people, even from a massage perspective, a naturopathic perspective, even chiropractic perspective, I would encourage practitioners to start looking at programs because of the benefit that it offers, and in the way that it then increases the benefit and the longevity of the interactions and the healing process, in a sense, okay, or the changing process in a sense as well. So I work with people for 3 months, 90 days. We initially catch up for an initial session, and that's just feeling around what's actually going on for the person, and then we catch up on a fortnightly basis after that. So you actually have 7 sessions over that 3 months. What that allows us to do is, in those sessions we go over particular concepts, because remember, we're working with the mind, and as much as the mind is a beautiful piece of engineering, it does a great job in keeping us alive, but it doesn't necessarily allow us to live our life to our full potential, because it just keeps us in that safety zone. And we sit in a zone of existence rather than living. So when we become aware of the mind, we have a greater authority over the mind. It's not about controlling the mind, it's about having a greater authority over the mind. So then you can then start to make changes and shift towards living a value-oriented life. All right? Now, that shift towards a very value-oriented life also creates discomfort because it's outside your comfort zone. And that's okay, because that's where growth is, and that's where we want to exist for parts of our lives. There's this pretty much a process where we're in our comfort zone, and then we expand, and then we come back in, and expand, and we come back in. But each time we expand, when we come back in, the comfort zone is growing a bit more. And then we expand outside of it, and then we come back in, and expand outside of it, and then come back in. So each time we pulse out, and we pulse back in, the comfort zone is growing. And then we then continue to move out. And then we're constantly doing that throughout our lives. So the program allows us to do that, but we catch up with each other on a fortnightly basis and we talk about those concepts. Now the sessions are one-to-one, face-to-face. You come and hang out in the area that we're in at the moment, the practice, and we talk through things and we do some particular exercises. Now, as much as that's really helpful, the goal in the program is that people who work with me then have access to me every day via an app on the phone, and the app is called Voxer. Now, Voxer is a walkie-talkie app where people talk into it, send an audio to me in regards to what we're looking for that week, that fortnight, and then I then respond to them. Because life happens outside of our sessions. Once you step out those doors, then all of a sudden life is happening, okay? And as you're experiencing life and as you're working through it, you're letting me know, and then I'm feeding it back to you. But we use mindfulness as the skill, and that skill allows us to look at things in a particular way. watching things arise, watching what we do when they arise, if we try and get away from them, deflect them, blame them, complain about them, whatever it is. But we're looking at things in a particular way. So the Voxer app allows people to check in on a daily basis, all right? And the way that I look at this is that if you want to get fit, say you want to go to the gym, say you want to lose some weight, say you want to increase your fitness, you need to exercise at least 4 times a week. So when people check in on a daily basis, or at least 4 times a week, they're exercising their mind muscle, they're exercising their awareness skills, and then they're getting it fed back to them, so then they can then either be validated or be tweaked and shifted, right? And that's where all the growing happenings. So imagine if you could grow and learn about yourself, learn about one element about yourself, your own self-awareness every day. And imagine that over 90 days. That's 90 elements that you've learnt about yourself over that 90 days. Whereas if you're going to see somebody on a fortnightly, monthly basis, you're really doing yourself an injustice there, because all you're really doing is reliving the last session that you had with that person. Because when you step out of the doors, then life comes to you. And if you haven't integrated what you've learnt in that session, then you could be doing things that are more detrimental to you than beneficial to you. So that's the gold within the program. So fortnightly sessions with daily check-ins. And we do gratitude journals, gratitude diary. We notice concepts and we notice particular things around us. You also get a audio recording of the session, so then you can play it back in the car. I always listen to podcasts and audible books in the car. And then you also get weekly videos around the concepts that we've discussed. So then you can then further integrate that into your system. All right. The way that I work, it's an Eastern and a Western collaboration. All right. So I use Buddhist psychology, Western psychotherapy, acceptance commitment therapy, which is a mindfulness-based therapy, and then we use neuroscience to bring the two together. And it's a really beautiful flow, and what we call it, and we're using neuroplasticity, we're bedding down neural pathways, and it's a concept called neural scaffolding. So where we're then building and building and building through these elements and these mindfulness activities, looking and noticing particular things, then to create a whole paradigm of thinking that shifts you from this, I guess, constricted, limited, existing comfort zone, reactive mind, to an expansive, responsive mind, where you can then make decisions that are based on your values. Those values then become significant. Significance creates meaning, and meaning creates purpose. And then all of a sudden, you're starting to live a life of purpose. It's a purposeful life. It's purposeful living. You're in the moment a lot more. You become aware of yourself a lot more rather than hiding from yourself. You become connected to yourself a lot more. And you start to work and decide and live with confidence, and then conviction, and then purpose. So that's, in a nutshell, what I do in regards to the 3-month program. It's called Blueprint to an Empowering Mindset. We have had some significant shifts within the people that have done the program, and we've got some testimonials too. Happy to share those with you. If you are interested in the program, please send me a private message. My number's on the website as well as the Facebook page. You can comment below here if you want to. And what we can do is we just set up a time for me to give you a call. And as we're having that discussion, and that's a free discussion, we can then just work out if we are a right fit for each other. Okay? So if you're interested in that, let me know. If you want to invest in yourself and invest in change, and we go pretty deep, okay? I'm not about traumatizing or re-traumatizing anybody else. It's more about looking at what it is that's holding you back and changing the relationship with it. And I think that if you've watched some of my videos and listened to me speak and been around me for any amount of time, you'll get a good sense of what I'm on about. Okay, so I just thought I'd share that with you and explain it to you, because a lot of people, they see what I do, but they don't necessarily know what I do, and that's what the program's about. Okay, so yeah, if you're interested, let me know. If you know somebody who may be interested, then share this with them, and if they feel that they could get value out of working with me, then they can then share it, or they can then contact me. Okay, have a wonderful day. Thank you.